Fest. My name is Nwanda Kumalo and you're listening to News on Q. The time is 1:02 p.m. Here are this afternoon's headlines. Steenhuisen no longer DA Chief Whip after Maimani's resignation. Mbalula, plane groundings, a normal occurrence in aviation industry. Botswana voting results trickled in after slight delay. John Steenhuisen has told Eyewitnesses News he is no longer the chief whip of Democratic Alliance DA in Parliament. He said his term was linked to Mnusi Maimani's, and this is what he had to say. The chief whip is appointed by the leader since he announced his resignation from Parliament. My term ends. Steenhuisen's announcement came minutes after Maimane announced he was no longer a member of the DA and an MP. Meanwhile, the domino of resignations came after the election of Helen Zille as the party's Federal Council chair on Sunday. On Monday, Johannesburg Mayor Herman Mashaba announced his departure, citing that he could not reconcile himself with a party that was against his pro-poor policy. 2 days after that, Maimane and Trolip announced their resignations, with Maimane citing that he believed the DA was not the best vehicle to take South Africa forward. Following 2 days of flight disruptions and aircraft groundings, Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula said things were now back to normal. 40 of the 44 flights grounded earlier this year are now back in the skies. Command and the South African Airways grounded some planes operating between Cape Town, Johannesburg and Durban this week, leaving several travelers stranded. They said it was a precautionary measure following oversight inspections by the Civil Aviation Authority, while certain Mango flights were also affected. Mbalula said plane groundings were a normal occurrence in the aviation industry, reiterating that there was no crisis in the industry. Here's what he said. Flights are grounded, you blame it on the government's disorganization. We've got a responsibility to communicate to the public as to why planes are grounded, why penalties rather are imposed. On to international news. Results have started trickling in Botswana after a slight delay. The country's independent electoral commission said it only started verifying the poll papers around midnight due to the high volumes of voters. Hundreds of people still haven't voted when stations closed at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, but those already in queue were allowed to cast their votes. Opposition party Umbrella for Democratic Change has already complained about irregularities, but the IEC hopes there won't be any need to recount ballots. IEC spokesperson Osupile Maroba said, sometimes we are saved by margins. If margins are of hundreds, then a recount won't make any logic and may discourage calls for a recount. Maroba said vote counting was moving at a good pace, and he had to say this again. We're about to reach half of the 490 local government polling results. By this afternoon, we will have 2 National Assembly districts. Some started verification around 12 midnight. We believe they started counting soon after. The full results of the votes are expected by midday on Friday, and the voter turnout will also be announced then. Here are your weather updates for this afternoon. Bethlehem is 29 degrees, mostly sunny. Harrismith, 24 degrees, mostly sunny. Kestel, 28 degrees, mostly sunny. Butadichaba, 28 degrees, mostly sunny. were your headlines for this hour. Stenhuizen no longer DA chief whip after Mayamana's resignation. Mbalula plane groundings a normal occurrence in aviation industry. Botswana voting results trickled in after slight delays. Thank you for tuning in to News on Q. My name is Novanda Kumalo. Catch us again at 4 p.m. Have a good day.